Immediately after reaching Ancho, by using the surprisingly efficient 1W, I walked into Dufan and made a beeline for Halilintar. Yes, the ride that last year made me wait for over an hour, only to break down when I'm near the end of the queue. However, unlike last year, I went here on a Monday, so queues are relatively short, and I waited about 10 minutes to ride this roller coaster. Wait, did Jaya make this roller coaster? Let's hope they put more care into building this roller coaster than they did making Bintaro's bus network. Ah, what is skip? So this is a relatively short roller coaster, but it is also quite brutal. It has a loop and a corkscrew, and I bruised my left arm riding this. This isn't my first rodeo either. I've been on much longer, faster, and more extreme roller coasters in Canada's Wonderland, and none of them cause any bodily harm. Another thing I found mildly interesting includes putting your bags in the bottom of your seat. I was expecting there was a locker or a strap to hold your belongings, but I guess they're just relying on pure centrifugal force to make sure your belongings don't become projectiles. Well, it didn't rip my arm off, so A tier. There's Happy Lemon here. Lemon tea is a bit expensive, but it's pretty good. Better than most lemon teas in restaurants. Literal lifesaver, as the only thing I've drank in the past 3 hours is a small bottle of water. A tier. Cora Cora is basically a swing boat. If you're looking for maximum airtime, this is the one to ride. This ride made me very slightly nauseous. Nothing too serious, and it does go on for quite a bit longer than Halilintar. A tier. While going to the next ride, I encountered the tornado. It's not operational, which is also interesting because when I went there last year, it was also not operational. It says it's under maintenance from 3 to 4 p.m, but I took the shot at 2 p.m. Well, at least they're honest about the state of the ride. Better than recreating Final Destination 3. Niagara. Unfortunately, it rained by the time I reached the end of the line, so I didn't manage to ride it. And by the time the rain stopped, a pretty large queue had formed. Rumah miring. Literally tilting house. And it is a tilted house. Don't underestimate it, as being inside and not having a horizon to see does mess up your sense of direction. But apart from that, it's rather short. C tier. The situation has developed not necessarily to our favor. This greatly limits what rides are open. I've decided to first go to Hokben, but they ran out of almost everything, so I went to this restaurant which serves more traditional Indonesian food. The nasi goreng ayam is C tier. It's pretty average. Turanga-ranga. It's a carousel, but unlike the ones in the mall, it's way bigger and slightly faster. The ride runs even when it rains, though I don't know, the horses are too small for me. C tier. Ice Age. This line did not move for 15 minutes, but once it did move, you go in a bunch of dark tunnels with Ice Age themed decorations, and at the end of the tunnel, you ride a boat. Also surrounded by Ice Age themed decorations and the occasional short videos telling the story of this ride. Moderately sized drop and splash at the end. They say this ride is going to make us freeze, but the Chongtong Bendi Bus AC is still colder. B tier. Burung Tempur. I like rides with a bit of interactivity, a bit of control, and you do get to control the bird in the heading and y-axis, though the controls aren't super responsive either. The queue is also very short, and this ride I'd say is average in duration. B tier. That's all the rides I've ridden and attempted to ride in this trip, but remember, I also visited this park last year, so that's not gonna extend this list by a lot, since I made the grave mistake of visiting on a weekend. Ontang Anting. The first ride I successfully tried in last year's visit after the Halilintar catastrophe. Good mix of speed and airtime, though it made me moderately sick, so if you just ate, don't ride this. B tier. Ombang Ombang. Tried this last year, had some airtime, and you do feel those centrifugal forces, though again, moderate nausea risk. C tier. Yes, this is an incomplete tier list. I made this video mainly to use up the Dufan footage I got. Check out the other part of this trip report where I reviewed the 1W and make suggestions on inner city express highway bus lines.